Hi children, good morning. In the previous classes, we have already learned about the three simple tenses and the three progressive tenses. And the three simple tenses were simple present, simple past and simple future. And the three progressive tenses are present progressive, past progressive and future progressive. Hope you understand the topic. Okay, anyhow, today my intention is to explain about the perfect tenses. As I told you very well, you know very well. But there are three perfect tenses and they are present perfect, past perfect and future perfect. I repeat, there are three perfect tenses and they are present perfect, past perfect and future perfect. And in the previous class, we learned that in progressive tenses, what is compulsory? ing form is compulsory in progressive tenses. Whereas in perfect tenses, V3 form is mandatory. We use past participle form of the verb in perfect tenses, just like passive voice. Okay, anyhow, so I told you many times, instead of memorizing the name of the tense and the structure, that is not important. We must understand, we must comprehend when do we need to use this constant tense while writing something or while conversing with the others. Here I mentioned we use present perfect tense. Actually, the actions which shows from the distant past to the nearest past. Hope you understand. An action or the actions what happens or what had happened in the distant past and the ends in the nearest past. And I will make you understand in another way. See here, we use present perfect tense to express an action that has taken place, once or many times before now, not now. Present perfect, we express the actions and that too one or many actions that has taken place before now. Do you understand? I repeat. To express an action that has taken place once or many times before now, we use present perfect tense. And I told you in another way, we use present perfect tense in order to express the actions that has taken place from distant past to the nearest past. Hope you understand. From distant past to the nearest past, and actions will be completed or action has to be completed and before now, and it won't finish now, before now. For example, the teachers may ask you while you write something, or she may give some words to you and they may ask you, have you finished writing? And what will you say? We have finished it. Just now that action has been completed. Hope you understand. I repeat, we use present perfect tense in order to express some actions or in order to express the actions that have taken place before now, and maybe one time or once or many times, that doesn't matter. And one more thing is there. See, in present perfect tense, no need to mention the time. And one of the questions what I used to ask in the competitive examinations always ask, I have seen Taj Mahal yesterday. I saw Taj Mahal yesterday. Which is the right sentence? I repeat. I have seen Taj Mahal yesterday. I saw Taj Mahal yesterday. Which is the right sentence? The right sentence is I saw Taj Mahal yesterday, because we mentioned the definite time in simple past. And we can say in this manner, I have seen Taj Mahal. That's enough. Maybe last year or maybe last month or last week. No need to mention the time in present perfect tense. And the structure is, or the form of the verb is, subject followed by either has or have as a helping verb plus V3 and finally object. I repeat, the structure or the form of the verb belongs to present perfect tense is subject plus either has or have, that is depending upon the subject. If the subject is singular, for singular subjects we can use has as a helping verb followed by V3 form in present perfect tense. Whereas if the subject is I or you with the plural, we must use have as a helping verb followed by V3 form. A few examples I mentioned here. See, I have done my work and the action has completed before now. Not now, before now. I have done my work. Hope you understand. Here the subject is I. As I told you, the subject is I or you with the plural. We must use have as a helping verb. So the sentence is I have done my work. And second example, she has done a mistake. She has done a mistake. Here the subject is singular, she. As I told you, if the subject is singular, use has as a helping verb. And the sentence is she has done a mistake. And the last one, they have won the match. They have won the match. And here the subject is plural, they, plural. And that is the reason why I have used have as a helping verb followed by V3 form of the verb. I repeat once again. The use of the helping verbs has or have according to present perfect tense if the subject is singular. Singular refers only one thing, you know very well. If the subject is singular, use has as a helping verb followed by past participle or V3 form of the verb. Whereas if the subject is I or you with the plural, use have as a helping verb followed by V3 form of the verb. Hope you understand. And now, as we learned in the previous classes, in most of the tenses, whatever we learned how to make negative and interrogative sentences too. And here one of the sentences I wrote on the board, we have learned English grammar. And this sentence expressed in present perfect tense because have is used as a helping verb and followed by V3 form of the verb. And why have is used here? Because the subject is plural, we. So if the subject is plural, we must use have as a helping verb. So the sentence is we have learned English grammar. And next is we have to make this sentence to negative, which is in present perfect tense. As I told you, most of the students might have learned now how to make a negative sentence. How can we? By adding not along with the helping verb. By adding not along with the helping verb, we can make the negative sentence. So here have is the helping verb. Have plus not is haven't. So how it becomes? We haven't learned English grammar. Now the sentence is negative because I did add not along with the helping verb. We haven't learned English grammar. Next is interrogative. As I told you, a rhetoric question will start from a helping verb just to change the place of the subject and the helping verb. You know very well, rhetoric questions always start from a helping verb. See here. So have we learned English grammar? Have you learned English grammar? And it has two answers. Yes, we have learned English grammar. No, we haven't learned English grammar. See, listen. First I change the sentence to a negative sentence by adding not, and it becomes we haven't learned English grammar. Next I made a rhetoric question which starts from the helping verb. It is very easy. From the given assertive sentence, we can easily make a rhetoric question. What do you want to do? Just change the place of the subject and the helping verb. We have become, have we learned English grammar? And next is negative interrogative starts from the negative helping verb. Haven't we learned English grammar? Haven't we learned English grammar? Ends with the question mark. Let's have a quick revision. Once again I The name of the tense is present perfect tense. As I told you, whatever the perfect tenses it is, whatever the perfect tense it is, either it is present perfect or past perfect or future perfect, what is mandatory? V3 form is mandatory. And we use present perfect tense in order to express an action that has taken place once or many times before now. Not now, before now. As I told you, in order to make you understand in an easy manner, we express the actions. We start from the distant past to the near past. We use present perfect tense and no need to mention the time in this tense. Hope you understand. And the structure is subject followed by has or have plus V3 and finally object. And has to be used along with the singular subject, whereas if the subject is I or we with I or you with the plural, we must use have as a helping verb. And 3 examples I mentioned here. I have done my work, she has done a mistake, they have won the match. And later one of the sentences I write on the board and I change that assertive, that sentence to negative, interrogative and the negative interrogative. Listen here, we have learned English grammar and this is the sentence what I will write on the board. And see the negative forms, as I told you, to make a negative sentence just add a not along with the helping verb. So have plus not, haven't. We haven't learned English grammar. And then we made a rhetoric question which starts from a helping verb. Have we learned English grammar? And the negative interrogative is haven't we learned English grammar? And 2 more perfect tenses remains, and in the next classes I shall explain. And today within 1 hour I shall be giving the homework too, and the homework has to be done and to be sent to my personal WhatsApp number in time. Hope you understand. Thank you.